Okay, my name is Maga. First of all, I'd like to thank God for giving us this day, like we asked and prayed for. We are the contestants of Mr. Sumi, and we're here to ask some questions to our respected sir. And starting with me, um, I'll ask the question first. So, my question for you, to you is like our tradition, our language, our Simi, not only Simi, all the Nagas have been are facing that, and this growing up generation is uh, totally unaware of it, and we will slowly lose if we live like this. We will slowly lose our culture, our hereditary, and everything. So should the government do something or work on it so that we can preserve the youth can know, the coming up generation can know about all that?
See, for the culture to be lost, like it depends a lot, not only on one individual government, it depends a lot on us also, and also from the village side, society at large, right? And we happen to be from a state where so many tribes are there. So it is very difficult to commute and to also interact with one another because we have different languages. So what I could feel is that places like Mizoram, where there's only one language in common in total, it becomes quite easy for them to document everything. And our language is not been scripted well, so that also has become a lacuna. So I feel that yes, everything will obviously converge to one point, and that everybody has to take a cognition of it, from the individual tribe or to the village, to the well-wishers, also to the stakeholders, and not forgetting even the school and colleges. Now, let us say that if at all we are going to have a tribal language in our particular district, let us say Dimapur, okay? Now, which language shall we put forward in the school or colleges? If at all it is Naboto, we can have only Sumi's language being promoted from class primary till class 10 or 12, whatever, or Mokchung, maybe Ao dialect, and so on. But being Dimapur, being a cosmopolitan district, I think it will become quite difficult, you know. So, but anyway, I think we need to promote our own language in whatever ways we can, and also we can harbor such promotion. And obviously, government also has to do a lot of research. I would say that, because everything is in their hand, and how to promote, how they're promoting singing and dancing and the hornbill. Likewise, they should also promote all this in that aspect, right? I would say that, yeah. So it'll be a combined effort, I would say, that at the conclusion, yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And based on living apart at the other tribes, we Naga brothers or sisters, even among the siblings, we having a normal conversation between us from the same blood, but we speak in Naganese. So we're losing that. You know what I mean?
Own dialect,
Yeah,
touch,
our
yeah.
own dialect.
Yes.
So, what will you suggest our Simi mother, dads to
Okay.
the children?
Okay. See, the first factor I would see is that intermarriage has become also very common. Okay, that is also one factor where our dialect is getting lost. And I don't see it getting lost in like a prominent place like in Sonobutum, Kukchung, or in Mont, is it, or in Kohima, because that is the base of the tribe headquarters, right? I don't see much of the language being lost, but particularly when it comes to Dimapur, it's an amalgamation of so many tribes. So obviously we need to compete with somebody. We cannot be only competing with our own dialect. And many people feel that we need to speak our dialect at all time. Yes, it is very important, I would say that. But yes, upbringing of dialect also is very important, surely. But it does not mean that who does not know their particular dialect doesn't mean have to be excommunicated or has to be looked down upon also. Because some of the people who don't speak their mother tongue are also doing very well in life. So it depends, you know. So, but we should not lose the touch of the common tribe language, which is very important. I would say that, yeah. But it is the geographical location, and that is what the placement, how we are losing dialect in that way. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. And there will be my brothers who will be asking you some questions, so I give time to them. Thank you.
Okay. You can sit there, no problem.
First of all, I would like to thank you, sir, for giving us such a leisure time of yours to ask Mr. Simi contestant. I'm here as one of the contestants for Mr. Simi 2021. So, my question, which I want to clarify my thoughts from you, is that as we know that we Nagalanders that don't have income tax department, right, sir?
Right.
So it's usually like it's not usually like it's been like differencing between in a economic where like rich are getting richer and poor are getting poorer. So like how to equal the balance between rich and poor? Is there any way to like have solution to find like equality between rich and poor?
Yes. Okay.
Sir.
See, to bring equality is not possible only in a communist country where they say like we need equalism among socialist country and all that. That is possible, right? But when it comes to our state like India is being a very democratic country, and when it comes to our state particularly, again we are very blessed because we don't have income tax, which saves a lot of our money, okay, to make us again leverage to have prosperity actually, okay. So at the end of the day, what I could see in the scenario of Nagaland is that I do not blame all in general, in total, but I also blame in many factors the center and the state, because we are not given equal opportunity in the sense that there is no particular industry, number one, okay? The hub is not, the industrial hub is not there. We don't have any good colleges, schools, I would say, looked after by the government or the center. We do not even have a good medical facilities also. People do think that tourism is the core of getting money. But tourism, if you have medical tourism, if you have educational tourism, I think that is the more enterprising, and we get to get people from across the districts, states, and across the globe also internationally. If you have good schools and colleges, I have seen within India, in the hill regions, like probably it could be, we call it Nainital, Simla, or Woodstock, or you call it in Darjeeling, North Point, St. Joseph, or whatever, right? And in Shillong also. Many students have gone there. And when the students go there, they don't go alone. They go with their parents and guardian. They have to stay in the hotel, they have to stay in the commute with the taxis, they go for shopping and all that. So automatically when there's more income, more input of people coming from outside, be it in medical, having the best of the facilities, and also having a good school and colleges, that is the indirect tourism by itself. So we cannot say that only Hornbill is going to give us a lot of leverage. It is only to one place, maybe in the capital or in Dimapur. Besides that, we are not getting every leverage. So I would say that, yes, to showcase our, specifically the culture and all, that is very good. But in the long run, which is going to sustain us, that is very important. Agriculture side also, we look at it. We are blessed in many ways, like in Nagaland. We have so many organic, crops. But is it being properly sold outside in the market? I would say that if we have good roads, morning we can come from any district, point A to point B, Dimapur, they can come within 3-4 hours and go back the same evening and sell their products and go back. So economically it will be going to be very viable. But the problem is that the road itself is so pathetic that we cannot have any good business because there is no industry. So how do we, the farmers, depend on? We only depend on the farm product. But the farm product also, it is not being able to sell out. So I would say that to bring these two balance together, yes, it is a Herculean task to have even equal status for every side. But I feel that the politics itself in Nagaland is not very good, not very conducive. Yes, we cannot be blaming all the time to government also. We need to blame ourselves also. How ready we are. The dignity of labor in Nagaland is zero, ground zero, I would say that. We don't want to work, we're only looking for white-collar job. So we also need to have entrepreneurial skills. And if you say, it's very easy to say entrepreneurial skill, okay? But if we are not taught the entrepreneurial skill, how are we going to deployed, okay? Like supposing we want to sell something in the market that we see in the night bazaars, okay? People are selling many things, okay, in the shop, cooking and then their beverages or what. But if I don't know how to make, how am I going to sell? So there has to be entrepreneurship where the government should set up skill-based entrepreneur and teach all the youth like you and me or anybody, right? Example, they should teach you all. So what your question is very important. I will say that, yes, our government is not that we are taking the leverage anyway, but we walk the talk. We are here for the youths, we are here for the people, we understand because we have worked and our work has shown our commitment. So in our own little way, what we could do is that you could see through an example also, we are here for the public. So I would say that when NPP would come to power, obviously we are, first of all, we are going to think of the society, number one, for the youth. And for the youth, as you can see, our Sir Conrad, Sir James, Agatha, they are all very young, you know, and they are just not even 50 years, they are plus 45, 42 years only, and very young and very dynamic. And they think for the holistic approach. They are thinking for the people, the mass in general, and the development that they're doing in their respective state and thinking for the other state actually is quite immense. So I would say that 100% you need to look at good people, number one, and you need to look at good party also, because party ideology also would matter a lot. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome. Yeah.
Hello sir, well my name is Mesha Keshmo and my question for you is, sir, what is your opinion on the role of an illiterate parents in making decision for the whole family on whom to vote though their children are educated?
Yeah. See, sometime I would say that even our forefathers, right? I mean, in Nagaland, very sorry to say that I'm just the second generation who's educated. And in many I've seen in the village, they're not even the first generation educated. For lucky people, the third and fourth generation, they're educated. So, yes, our parents, our great-grandfathers may not be educated, but they never thought for themselves. They always thought for the society, although they were uneducated. So the problem is that, yes, we need to understand the situation changes from time to time, you know, from the dinosaurs time to right now, from the Stone Age, Paleolithic, Iron Age and all that. Now we're having a different age altogether. So I feel that, yes, we need to think a lot. We cannot condemn our parents or grandfathers saying that you do not know this technology, the modern era. Maybe, yes, conflict will be there. The idea will be conflicting, but if it is for the good cause, we need to understand one another. I would say that. And we very well have to understand that education also one of the factors to become somebody great, okay, and to do something good. Education is also one of them. But education is not the only sole factor to become somebody. I've seen many people who are graduate, postgraduate, they have done the PhD or they have done many studies, maybe in professional like engineering or doctors, but they're not able to do well in life. Why? Probably they have not been having that perception as to which line to go in the right channel. So I think they need to be focus on the right path. And sometimes we also need an opportunity. Like in the cities, they have a lot of opportunities to work. But in Nagaland, when we come, we have very less opportunity, you know. So this also is one factor. Yeah.
Okay sir, so how can an educated people contribute for the next election if the family compresses them in decision making?
Okay. See, decision making, I would say after you're 18, the government of India, being a democratic country, has said that you have your own voice. You have the right to vote. So it should be one vote, one person, one vote, right? But probably I've seen that in the villages, they gather everybody and one person will be stamping on all that, what you call the voting machine, which is not democratic. So I feel that all of us should rise up, okay, and say, my vote, whom I give, nobody should know. Yes, you can convince me, you can give me the good thoughts about which party is good, which person is good, fine, no problem. But you cannot influence me to press on somebody button which I do not like, which I don't have the good ideology about. So I feel that everybody should debate. Actually, when election is there, we should debate about with different candidates and see whose ideology, whose thoughts will be good for the next generation. Because we are not thinking of this generation. We are thinking for your generation, your children's generation. So I feel that we should be independent. One person should be able to vote for one individual and not one voting for the entire village or your household. So for that you need to argue a lot, even with parents and all. Sometimes the parents become very dominating. What I say you do it. No, that's not democratic. That is autocratic, right? Dictatorial kind of a thing. No? So that we should do it in Nagaland. Then only we'll have good governance. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your time.
Yeah.
I am Nipukansu, and my question for you is, what would you like us youth, in what way do you want us to progress or grow? And what is your contribution to your will?
Okay. See, elders, or we as a society, we would like our younger generation to do well in life. We would like you to prosper, and everybody, there's enough for everybody, But as Gandhi, I think, probably rightly quoted that the world has enough for everybody's need, but not for everybody's greed. The greed has set in very badly in Nagaland especially. Corruption is on the utmost high peak, right? And I have also stated that I think Nagaland is the most corrupted state in one way if you look at it. So I think we need to change that system, and we have to look at the younger generation who is going to look towards upright to the older generation. When we become old and when we are not able to walk and just be bedridden, then our younger generation should not point finger at us and say, what have you done? Or also, so when we go back, one day we are all going to leave this earth and go back to our Heavenly Father. And the Heavenly Father says, we'll say, what have you done? Then that time we'll have a big question mark. It's going to be an embarrassment, So we should have that kind of a thing, at least I have done something for the society. So all of us should work hand in hand in that way. And the younger generation right now, they're very, very agile, they're very alert. And I know that you have some thoughts, but maybe you have been suppressed for too long. And I know that, and you need to get out of that. No more suppression, you need to fight for your rights and stick to your rights and stick for the good rights, not for the bad thing, right? Then our society will improve. Okay.
So, for my question is, do you think our leaders leading correctly and rightfully and correctly?
Big question, everybody understands this and then probably maybe even afraid to spell out. But I would say that out of the 60 leaders, maybe there are some very good leaders, but they have been suppressed. As said, a mother and father is saying that, no, you have to vote this people and you have no right, kind of a thing, right? So the older generation in the political ground may be suppressing the new ones too much. And if the new ones start hearing their voices out, they may not be given a good portfolio, never know. Or they don't have the guts, I would say that. So I would say that those who were elected by the public, they do not even consist of 0.003% of the Naga entire population. If you have a look at Naga population, they say it's 19 lakhs or 20 lakhs plus. It is hiked up, I know that, but still that percentage is ruling our whole Nagaland. Are they doing it well? Are they actually doing justice? So I would say that when we look at the scale of how the state is being managed in total, not blaming everybody in general, but looking at the general concept, how Nagaland has been doing, our graph is way low, okay? Even Nitya, I have been saying that the most backward in economical or whatever, we are right ground zero. So we are not against any individual, but in total group, collectively, as a government, I think they have not done their job well. They need to wake up and they need to do much more. And now the sun is setting. They had 5 years in governance, okay? Now only 1 year. The sun is setting. Now they want to wake up now. And they say, I'm going to do something. I think they'll do only for their political, acknowledgement, or they want in the last moment, we need to win the next election. So probably they'll be doing that. Actually, a genuine leader will start from day one, he takes over the seat and say, I'm going to do something for the society. So last moment doing is going to be just a gimmick, I will say that, no? An excuse. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for your valuable time in spite of your busy schedules. Sir, by the way, I also thank our organizers for not only giving us a platform, but for also giving us an opportunity to interact with one of our very intellectual leader. Sir, so here's my question. So me as an unemployed youth, I myself, I just want to focus on unemployed youth. So, sir, earlier my brother has said, what will the NPP government do But
Yeah.
my question is, like, as we are all witnessing, like in our state, the unemployment rate is rising higher and higher every year. So according to you, sir, what can the government do? What major steps can the government do
Okay.
to improve the unemployment?
See, government can do a lot of things, okay? The statehood which recently got a statehood, just the other day I would say a baby state, okay, is Sikkim. Sikkim is just a newborn state. You look at what it's doing. It is one of the most sustainable state in the Northeast. Even Arunachal. Arunachal was behind us long time back, but now they are ahead of us. In fact, Arunachal was 30 years behind us. Now we are 30 years behind them. Now, whose fault? It is not the fault of the center. It is the fault of our leaders. So, we can enhance, to have, as I was saying, unemployment. It is very easy job, to get unemployment done. But how the idea, the motivation, the inspiration, or the idea is not clicking properly, it's only feeding onto their pockets. So I feel that even if tomorrow Nagaland, now we are having a peace settlement, if Nagaland gets tomorrow a peace settlement, everything, I would wish that the government of India does not give money to any leaders. I would say that they should be given, we should ask and demand, we want industry, okay? We want skilled industries and so on. We want medical state-of-the-art colleges. We want state-of-the-art schools, colleges and medical fraternity in whatever ways, and develop the entire Nagaland, number one with good roads right now, okay, electricity, water. And that's all we need. Agriculture will pick up by itself, So I would say that even if you are going to get good peace settlement, we should not encourage money, because money is the root of all evil. They need to give us something first to start with, and they should not negotiate that you give us oil or you give us Nagaland coal or whatever natural resources and we'll give you this in return. No, Nagaland has compromised enough. Okay, we from the sovereignty to independence, now we are coming down to pan India, like Greater Nagaland. So we have compromised a lot. So now they should give us what? More MPs, member of parliament, because only one MP, what can we do? We cannot make a voice in the main center. So I feel that we need more MPs and we need more industries and so on. Then only I think everything can be done. But there is a possibility, but our leaders are sleeping, I would say, in many aspects. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, sir. As a president of NPP,
Yeah.
like sir, I'll be very glad if you can please tell us something about the main objectives of NPP.
Okay. See, we have to understand firstly what is NPP. It's a National People's Party. It came to existence in the Northeast firstly, and then later on it became a national party. NPP is a party like, it came out from the Northeast region. It did not come from anywhere. It is an offshoot of the Northeast. So this is a party which understands the Northeast problem. Okay? Now let us say the big giants, the national party like BJP, Congress or Trinamool or so on. They are big parties, but do they understand our problem here? This is what we have to understand, okay? So our main thing in NPP is that we want to unite the whole Northeast, so that because we understand our problem more than anybody else. In fact, we are encouraging that regional parties should come out. Okay, from every, Nagaland can have his own regional party, Tripura, Assam, so on. You have your own regional party, you have it, because you know your people better. Come out with a good regional party, not a selfish regional party, but a common platform where we can have. So our motto is one voice, one Northeast. So right now, let us say that we are having 24 MPs in Northeast entire. If we combine together, there's 24, we can be a big voice in the center. But if at all only one or two from each state and we are merging with the national party, we become nowhere. We become like in a big ocean of small fish. So our ideology is that we want NPP with the rest of the regional party to come together and be a voice together. So this is what our ideology is all about. And I hope that we can attain this one day. And we being the youngest party, we are the 8th national party, and we are the only regional party from Northeast who is recognized. We have so many regional parties in Northeast, but they have not come to the state of national party. We are the only one because our ideology is good, our leaders are good, and the prospect for the next generation, we think for development. And as I just said before again, we walk the talk, yeah. Thank you.
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
My question for you is the government going to take action against the incident that happened in one district, killing the 14 innocent people? If so, then why the government is still silent?
This is what, like, see, if at all, coming back to that previous question, like just combining these two, right? If Northeast was one party, okay, we were a regional party, 24 MPs, I tell you, by now, the whole Northeast would have been rocking. But because we are having some of the central national party with us, we have to go with the flow of the national, right? So we don't have a voice much because we become like whatever the center says, we have to abide with them sometime, you know? We have to go in sync or in tune with them. So this is also one problem. So had we been a party which is not having any relationship with the center, but we had our own voice of our own, then I think we could have done wonders by now. But many things right now, they're trying to cover up this. I just went to, our party had just gone to Mon. We did not go on political agenda, but we were stopped in the gate and we were not allowed to go. And many vehicles were commuting to and fro in large numbers. Only we were stopped. Then when we asked why are we stopped and who has told us to stop, they said the government of Nagaland has told us to be not allowed to go in. They said why? We are from Nagaland, we have every right to cross the border, and we are not here with any arms ammunition, we are not here in political agenda, and people are going. Unless there is a total band, right, then we are breaking the law. So then we had a lot of heated argument and we had to confront with the security and all the administrative body, and a lot of people came in support. And lastly we said, if at all you do not allow us, I think we are also going to stay here and kind of a dharna, will not let anybody move. And we will call upon the media to acknowledge this part. Then only they let us go, you know. So there is a lot of things that we have to understand. They should not, the present government or whichever government comes in Nagaland in future, on humanitarian ground, for the people's sake we are going. They should not stop and they should not make it to a political agenda. We are there for the grievance, to show our solidarity and to give respect to the people, to the brothers who have died. We are not going for any other motive. But they want to take everything underhand, under their thumb rule and whatever, and they want to use everything under their power. And not only that, they didn't allow even some of the medias to come into their district, which is very biased. They only want the media who supports them should go into that particular district. So this is a one-sided game they're playing, and which does not show good governance. And this should be, the public should go against this, because this is not the way how democracy should go about in our district or in our states. Yeah.
Okay, once again, good evening, sir. And my question to you is that, what is your planning, and what is your planning, and sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, what is your plan, and you are planning for our next generation?
See, for us it is very, we are assured that we want to think good for the people. That's what our party does, okay? Our mind is very clear. We are not, in Hindi they say that Gio or Jine do. English we call live and let live, okay? We want to do that, you know, because we are all, at the end of the day, we are all human beings, okay? We cannot be having selfishness in our body, right? In our nature. So our mindset is very clear. We want to upbring the society together. We want to flourish together. We want to expand and explore the world with the common thoughts. Like as I said, Sikkim is doing very well. Everybody wants to go and set up an industry over there. But why not in Nagaland? Because there are a lot of incumbencies, okay? And we need to trash that out, okay? It is a very good safe haven for many business people here. Because there's no, as one of our brothers said, income tax. We don't have income tax. So it's a safe haven for the income tax people. All the business people like to come here because they want to explore, because there's no income tax. But why are they not coming? It's because of many reasons, okay? So we need to clear that clouds away. We need to have a good governance. And if good governance comes, 100% I assure you, Nagaland can become overnight a successful state. And overnight we can transform everything. And rest assured that good growth that is taking place right now, the good growth that's happening right now across the Asian highway and all that, it is not actually, the credit doesn't go to the government of Nagaland. It is being directly given by the central government. It is 100% funded by the central government. It is not by the state. Keep that in mind. Okay, so some credibility, who gives? We have to give the center the credibility for making that 4-lane roads and everything. So we have to understand this. Development is the utmost importance, number one. When we cannot even barely make a good road, then what do you expect? Okay, because our roads in Nagaland is like lipstick and powder coated black topping. It's just one season, it does not last long. Okay, I do not know. So we need to be very affirmative. Supposing there's one road going towards our village or our colony, we have to stand there and fight for our rights and see that who was the contractor, why he made the road very, compromising way. Then we have to find out, is it that the engineers have taken a lot of money, is it the ministers have taken a lot of their shares, or is it from another side, social activists have taken a lot of things and he had nowhere to go, or was it he himself who was corrupt and he didn't make the road well? So I think we need to also stand up now. It's high time our Nagas stand up for our right. If you are going to be very just laid back, which most of our Nagas are doing right now, I would say that Nagas should come up, rise up, okay, against all the, and don't take a backbench, okay? Do not be just complacent about things. Do not just rest back and just, it's okay. We have to think everything for our own, stop tribalism, okay? And we have to think as Nagas in general. Manula ghor chulishe, ghor chuli, amila ghor no eto. That is not the way, you know. So we have to think for others more than ourselves, okay? Then only I think we are going to be prosperous, yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for your time. And like, as we have come to the end,
Yeah.
so like, we hope and pray that one day you lead our Nagaland. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, and I'm very grateful to all of you youngsters, okay? Because you are the future of tomorrow, you know. As generation goes, no, like it's a passing phase. It's ups and downs are there, you know. And the younger generation should come up to our level, and we will have to hand you a baton, hand you something which will say like, you take it ahead from here on. But what are the leaders doing? Are they passing over good things to you, or they are passing on all the rotten and unwanted things to you so that you cannot even climb the ladder? Okay, they are not making a successful ladder. They have climbed the ladder, and after they climb on top, they're taking over the ladder. So I feel that the you youngsters should rise up and fight for the right of our people, of our state, of your community, of your district, and so on. Then only we can see a lot of change. And there should not be any more corruption in election, I would say that. Clean election is very important. Then only we can have a change, okay? So let's hope that one day Nagaland grows for the better. And please, whenever you go for your voting, don't look at anything. Look at the good people and also the good party who have got good ideas. Talk about the manifestos, okay? So there has to be all that recorded, and you choose the good people. If you give a good people, good things will come onto you, right? So I hope one day Nagaland will come for a better change, and we all prosper together.